To set up the inspection round, we will go up here in inspection round setup, and here we can now define our inspection. First we need here to create a new. We give it a name. We have possibility also here to connect several rounds together. We can define, as we can see here, round group and key as well. And here we put in the work supplier. We select. It could be a group or person. On top here we have inspection, lubrication and the combination. In this case here we start with inspection. So first we save it here. On the extra info tab here we have a possibility to create remarks 1, 2, 3, 4 and inspection check codes 1, 2 and 3 and 4. These are used when we set them up later on here. So for example, if we select check code 1 here and select OK, create the key, yes, save. Create it again. Create it. Save. On the last one here we create 75% OK. Down here I just put in test 1. So we can see them. Like this. Save it. I go back to my main. Now we have created the round key. Now we need to add all the points that we need. As we can see on the list here, we can have a lot. It could be a few, 10 to hundreds. So first of all here we go down and add. And first of all we need to add the maintenance object. So I go in and find my maintenance object. We have it here. And now we need to create a point key. Give it a point key here. And I need to create them. Leave it. Create it, yes. Create the point key connecting to this object. And now I can add more information. For example, a counter key, job code key, inspection code, and instruction. I could also just write down here what I need to check it out, how to check it. Then we can add the planned time. How long time will it take to check it out, to make the service here. And then we can add here the interval time. In this case, we put in here every 4 weeks, fixed or non-fixed, and the date. On the detail, we can then add the information. And as we can see here we've got the remarks that came from the template, test 1, 2, and 3, 4. The check code is not there. If I want to have check code, I can check it off. And now I can create my own check code for each point. If I want to, I can also just inherit it, like this one. Then I simply inherit from the main, the template. If I have an instrument, I can also add that one to it. So if I need to do some kind of measurement on it, I can make a measurement. and select the instrument. In this case, I do not have an instrument yet, but I use await. It's not created yet, so when I leave it, it will create it. Yes. On the instrument here, I can put in the limit, upper limit, lower limit, trend limit, and the unit on it. I simply just say save. The unit here I put in kilo. I create it. Now I can put it in again. Now it is created. And I put in the upper limit. And a trend. And now I save it. Now I can continue with the next point. Add. Pick out the object. Put in the point key and create it. Put in the time interval. Each point that we create on the list does not necessarily have the same interval. So if we put in here every 3 months, it will not pop out on the same printout every time. Since the first one is only doing it every 4 weeks, but this one here is doing every 3 months. Well, we will not have the same list every time we print it out. The list would depend on the interval time that I put on each point that I add to the list. Detailed. If I say check, I can simply go in and select OK. I already have an OK. But if I look at the code 2, I now have 75% OK, dirty, dust, OK. I do not have not OK. Now I can create it. Leave it and create it. Here I do not have any measurement, so just save it. Now I can continue with all the points that I have, all the points that I want to have on one round. Add, but just try to do the same for the next objects. This is the point I need. Create it, a new one. Save it. Again, the same. Interval, 4 weeks. Detail, check code, inherit, measurement. Put in the unit, the limit. And save it. And the next. The same information as before, and save it. So now I have created a small list, 2 objects, 4 points, they're all different. When we look at the time, they will all start at the first time here the same day. But when this inspection round has been running once, it will generate the next one as well, but the next one will not pop out at the same time. When I look at the buttons here, I have possibility also to go in and copy every time, so I don't have to do and put in all the information every time. So I can simply go down here and copy it. But when I copy it, I need to copy from a technical ID, MO code, MO group, maintenance objects, or work suppliers. When I do my copy, I must have a template key, otherwise I cannot make the copy. I can at any time go in on the list and select the line and go in edit on it and make a change on it if I need it. I can also delete a line. I can move around. I can move a line as well. In this case, it's the position, the order it's coming out in, also on the print. I can put in a delay. That could be by numbers or by dates. And I can also go in and merge two lists. So if I have two lists that I want to merge into one list, I can use this one here. Or the last one, go in edit the point. The point key, I can make the change here. The list that I have created here will now be able to be seen in the plan structure. So if I just move this one a little bit out, go into my plan structure, I will now be able to see the points that I've created. We've seen them here with the red ones here. So if I double click here now, I will be able to see the 2 points that I have created. That means also afterwards, when these inspection rounds has been running, I will be able to go down here and see the history on each point. Here we see 2 point keys, but we also have 2 other point keys that exist on another inspection. The inspection itself, we have the possibility here to see it in its own tree structure. So in inspection here, we have the inspection Explore. In the inspection Explore, we can now see here we have the fire extinguisher. When we select it, we will be able to see our 4 points, the next dates they're running, and so on. If I go in here and right click on one of the lines, I have possibility here to add activities, copy, delete, move, delay, exactly the same as if I went into the window. So this is another way to go in and make changes in our inspection rounds. Here we will be able to see all our rounds and how they're connected to each other. I can also add here the color legend, simply by going Option, Color Legend.